Can Peterbot do something that very few people in Fortnite history have ever done, and that is win back-to-back FNCSs?
Grand win.
Obviously, we all know about the historic season Peterbot had last season, winning 6 out of 6 games in the Duo Cash Cup Finals, dropping a 42 elimination win, winning FNCS by over 300 points, and being the first ever team to hit 1,000 points in FNCS. But now that the Grim Gate coin is gone, a lot of people are posing the question on, can Peterbot actually win FNCS again? We already see them trying to alpha one of the new best POIs in the game in Redline Rig, plus getting a whole bunker for FNCS. And a lot of pros are saying that if they're able to claim that whole POI, then they might as well quit the game, because them being able to get that much loot uncontested would be insane. But especially after we just saw them get all of Grim Gate uncontested last season, I wouldn't be surprised if they could claim the whole map at this point and people would still be scared to contest them. Quick little self promo though, I'm actually trying to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of summertime. We have 2 months left to do it, and we are about to hit 41k. So if you guys are new to the channel and this is your first time watching one of my videos, please just hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a future video. If you want to support me even more, especially when buying the new battle pass, please just make sure to use code KDOG in the Fortnite item shop. Let's continue on with this video though. So if you guys haven't been paying too much attention to this season, and I honestly don't blame you, at Redline Rig it also has a 50% chance at getting the medallion and the mythic AR as well. If you don't know, there's like these little bosses that ride around in cars sometimes around the map, so they're not getting a 100% guaranteed chance at a medallion, but they are still getting, I'm pretty sure it's a 50% chance at getting the siphon medallion and the most broken AR in the game. It's not a siphon medallion, it's basically just a medallion that gives you 75 shield over time, kind of like how the old Peter Griffin medallion did back in like chapter 5 season 1. One of the things that I feel like a lot of people are discrediting Peterbot on right now is forgetting that he actually got second place literally last FNCS when he didn't have a broken drop spot and he was pretty much just landing somewhere normal on the map, and him and Pollo were just absolutely dominating game still. Peterbot is one of the smartest IGLs in the game, as well as one of the best fighters in the world, and a lot of people just don't give him that credit because now like his reputation is kind of just getting carried by the Grim Gate coin, and everyone thinks he wasn't really doing anything special to win. But if you saw on EU, Malabuka and Mustache all were kind of like only contested by one team, I'm pretty sure, and they weren't anywhere as close to being as dominant as Peterbot and Pollo were on NA. I really do just feel like Peterbot and Pollo are by far the best duo in the world right now, and all I'm saying is when that LAN event does eventually happen in September, I hope they are able to place at least in the top 5 so people can finally completely cancel out the Peterbot cheating accusations. If you guys still think Peterbot cheats, comment down below in the comment section why you think he cheats. I just don't feel like there is any way he could still be cheating in this far into the game. I just don't think Epic Games would be paying out hundreds of thousands of dollars to a known cheater in the community. That just wouldn't make sense to me. I don't think there is any way Peterbot could still be cheating. Like, I've literally watched his setup tour on the Agent House tour video, and they've literally showed his PC. They PC checked him multiple times. People have been giving him cheating accusations for years now. There's just no way he could still be cheating. Another thing I want to make sure I do though is make sure I give credit to Pollo. He is by far probably the most underrated player in the whole game. Like, a lot of people kind of just don't even act like he exists and that Peterbot is the only person in that duo, and I know I honestly did do that a little bit at first, but now I want to make sure I am giving my correct flowers to Pollo, because he is probably one of the most insane players and probably is going to end up being one of the most underrated players of all time. If we're talking about FNCS wins here though, we have to talk about some of the other teams and some of the new big name teams that have just moved to NA, who are some of the most winning players in the whole world, with Clix and Vino and Tayson and Yamzo. Like, NA just got arguably one of the greatest players of all time and Vino to play with Clix, on top of NA already having a bunch of stacked super good teams. This is going to be by far the hardest FNCS we've ever seen on NA, and is also probably going to be the most competitive, since there's not just like one singular drop spot that is better than every single one like last season. I want to talk about Tayson and Yamzo for a bit though, and Tayson and Yamzo are currently going the Cami split, and they have been grinding scrims literally non-stop with each other ever since they got there, and I feel like the EU players have so much to prove because they're completely changing their whole lives just to be able to try to qualify for the last chance major, as well as them being some of the greatest players of all time, them dropping their egos to be able to go to a different region because they're kind of just like admitting they can't qualify on EU right now. Like, if they're not able to top 10 in FNCS on NA, it like could completely ruin their whole legacy. Like Like, they have been trash talking NA for so long, and now that if they go to NA and they're not able to place well, then people are going to be clowning on them for that for literally ever. But there is one big difference between Peterbot and Pollo, Tayson and Niamzo, and Clix and Vino, and that is that Peterbot and Pollo are probably going to end up being the only team that gets an uncontested spot on NA. Because if you guys didn't know, currently Bucky and Okus are actually contesting Tayson and Niamzo, and then Scented and his new duo are contesting Clix and Vino. And of course, the first duo tournaments haven't even happened yet this season, so people could change their drop spots before FNCS and things like that. But I just don't feel like Tayson and Niamzo or Clix and Vino are going to get that real respect that they deserve to get an uncontested drop spot. And I literally heard Bucky on his stream talking about how many viewers he would get contesting Tayson and FNCS, so he really doesn't care. Scented also said that Vino moved halfway across the world to get contested by a pro who really doesn't care about Fortnite anymore. So honestly, both of those teams could literally never leave the spot, and then they could force Clix and Vino or Tayson and Niamzo to find a different drop spot and find a worse drop spot, which would obviously only help Peterbot and Pollo in the long run. But we still have to talk about the other great teams on NA that were close to winning FNCS last season. Actually, they weren't even close. I can't even say close. That were competing for FNCS last season, like Re and Rituals, as well as Cold and Acorn and Kanata and Cooper. I feel like these are definitely some of the top teams. I've heard some rumors that Miro and Pink might play together. If Pink goes to NA, that would be insane. And I also heard some rumors that Mongrel and Mr. Savage could be coming to NA. I don't think Mongrel and Mr. Savage should come to NA. They wouldn't be able to even make grands, in my opinion. But it would be fun for the content, you know, but I just don't think they would place any better on NA than they do on EU. To me though, at the end of the day, this FNCS is just about who really cares about placing highly, because a lot of the top teams on NA have already qualified for the LAN event. So because I'm pretty sure all of the teams that have qualified currently are obviously Peterbot and Pollo, Cold and Acorn, Re and Rituals, Kanata and Cooper. Actually, I think that was it, but it is basically just every single team that you would expect to place well on NA has already qualified for the LAN event. So they could just be griefing their drop spot all season to try to get uncontested for LAN. And then also there's a bunch of ESL stuff coming up, and some of the big players like Rituals have just recently signed to XSET to play in ESL. So I don't know how much he is really going to be focusing on actual competitive and how much he is going to be focusing on ESL now. From a lot of the stuff that I have seen though, it doesn't really seem like Peterbot and Pollo care that much about ESL, and they're more focused on just winning FNCSs at this point. Peterbot has said that he wants to win up to 5 FNCSs in his career, and you know that he is currently at 2, and I feel like a back-to-back FNCS win would be absolutely insane for his career. This could technically have almost been 3 FNCSs in a row if you really think about it, because that one season that they got second. But I do feel like Peterbot and Pollo probably have around a 30% chance to realistically win grand finals this season. They don't have a super OP drop spot that is guaranteeing them to win anything, but I do feel like they are going to be able to figure it out. I saw Peterbot was already like a level like 50 or something like 2 days into the season, so he is grinding, and I guarantee you Pollo is grinding as well, VOD reviewing and everything like that. And they are currently still my favorite for winning FNCS this season. I want you guys to comment down below who you guys think is your early top 5 predictions for FNCS. Other than that though, that's pretty much all for today's video. If you guys enjoyed the video, remember, please subscribe to this channel if you guys are new, because we are trying to hit 50,000 subs by the end of summertime. Turn on notifications as well so you don't miss any of the future videos that I have recapping all of the future duo cash cups, FNCS, and everything to do with Fortnite competitive. Use code KDOG in the Fortnite item shop to support me even more. Comment down below what videos you guys want to see next, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.